Hello dear researchers, in this video I want to describe the details of an important and wonderful tool with name of OpenNCFile, the version of 1.1. Okay, in this tool we have added an important features that if a user wants to add a list of stations, he or she can easily do that. Okay, in this page you can see two tabs. One of them is related to points and the other is rectangular region. I want to start with the points state. Okay, if you click this one, the first icon, you should load the details of this station, the characteristics of this station that you want to extract the data from that files. Okay, I browse my files, the models that I want to do that. The first, the model that I want to extract them, the stations from this model is a model related to Cordex data that is located here and with the MENA region. Okay, it depends on your model that you want to extract the data of them, but my samples is related to Cordex data. I select, for example, 3 of them or 2 of them. It depends on you, and you can select several of the files of that models that you want to extract them. Okay, after that I click open, and you can see that the files and the models, the related models, is loaded here. Okay, when the data was loaded, you can see the details of the variables that you want to extract them, such as, for example, latitude, longitude, and the other things. By the way, here I loaded two files, one of them this one and the other you can see here. If I want to open it, you can see the different variables here, such as time, precipitation, longitude, latitude. One of the important tip here is related to RLAT and the other is RLAN. If I want to declare you we have this one in every model, no. It's related to rotated variables in the file that I want to use, the Cordex model. So you can see here RLAT and as well RLAN. It depends on your model and the variables that you can extract them. Okay, by the way, you should see this here. Latitude is lat, but if I want to extract, for example, the precipitation data, I should be accurate about these variables. It should be the same, but you can see it is not the same, so I should change them. Upon here, latitude is lat, but I should change them to this one, RLAT. So I change it to RLAT. As well about the longitude, it is LAN, but here you can see for the precipitation, this attribute is RLAN, so I should change it to RLAN. Okay, you can easily select a special dimension with latitude and longitude of that variable that you want to extract the data of it. At this panel, you can see different things. The first one is unlimited dimensions. In different models, it depends on your model, and it should be, for example, one of the attributes of that model, of the variable of that model. For example, in this file that I loaded, the unlimited variable is time. You can see here, time is unlimited dimensions of that model. So you can see the details of this, for example, such as grid numbers, start from 1 and up to 118. You can see as well in this panel, see that it starts from 1 to 118. Okay, and the other things related to dates, you can see here related to that file and the other things. Okay, in the another panel, you can see a station list. If you want to, for example, type the station, you can easily type them by entering latitude and longitude and the name of the station. But I want to show you one of the perfect ability that you can use a list of data very easy by this tool. If you want to load a list of data, you can select file list by file, click this icon, and you can select the list of station with Excel file. Click the list of station and then open. Okay, you face with a new window that you should select your sheets and the other things. Okay, the sheets from the Excel file, then the first sheet is name of station list. So obviously I need this one. So I click it station list and I can see different columns of that Excel file. The first one is related to name of the station. I can easily select it. The second one is from the latitude. This third one is longitude, and it is not important for me, so I can, for example, select none, or you can omit it from here. Another important tips related to conversion of the tool that you want to use. For example, in this sample, I can see the name of a station and the other things, and as well the systems of the conversions. You can see it's really, and it is in a standard format. So I don't need to, for example, select UTM or maybe minutes and second to make a conversion. So it is in a standard format. So I don't need the other font. If you, for example, if your data in second and minutes, you can select this, and these tools can convert them to the AIM system or a geographic system. So all the things is finished now, and I can go to another steps. Okay, after do the settings, you can click on this icon, load data, and you can see easily all the station names with latitudes and longitudes of all these stations, like this one. Okay, as you know, the variable name is PR, related to precipitation. Be careful. It is so important for this tool that that related to the type of the name of the variable. It is PR related to this variable PR. Maybe in the other models like PAR or maybe PRE, everything should be possible for the name of the variables. So be careful for the type of the model and the notation of this. PR like this, PR. Okay, the other things relate, if you want to show all the data after the extraction and you want to see in this menu, in this window, you can click a field table. But since you can export the data or save the data to a file, and maybe your RAM of your system is not enough for exporting to showing the data in this table, I advise you to don't click this one, because you can save the data in a file. Besides the limitations of your RAM of your system, another point related to the columns of the Excel file, because the window, the operating system of Windows is limited for showing all the columns of Excel files. Therefore, as I told you before, it is reasonable to don't select this one if you have this limitation that I said to you. Okay, therefore, since I want to save the file, I don't select this one because I have lots of different stations and maybe I face to the limitations. However, I click extract and the extract of the file is started. You can see the status bar here, and that's right, and it's finished. All the stations from the file, from the Cortex file, the GFDL model from MENA region is extract in very easy for you. Okay, Another things you can see here, a button is related to stations on map. You can as well as see the stations on a map by clicking the station on map. But another tips related to this button I want to say you, maybe if your the dimensions, for example the latitude and longitude has two dimensions, therefore maybe this icon doesn't work for you, and depends on the, I mean that the variables, maybe it can be show for you. It depends on your model that you want to use them. By the way, you can see the stations here from this map as well. Okay, so at the end you can save to file, click this icon, this button, and you can save the name of the file that you want to export the data on it. For example, stations MENA, every name that you want to select for the data. But it is better to use CSV format of file, because some of the Excel files has many limitations. Therefore it is better to save the file in CSV format, and after that open it by Excel file. I save it here and it's finished. Okay, we have put another things for the headers of the file. If you want to put at this for example different features here, such as a start date, end date, parameter type, for example such as precipitation, the unit in millimeter, or maybe if you want to select the temperature centigrade for the unit, you can write the things. Or maybe if you don't want to show these features on your Excel file, you can omit it and by click the cancel. Okay, you can see this message, the file was saved successfully and everything's finished. Another things related to this tab, as I told you before, you can see the every stations here, the date of the extractions and the name of the station with the precipitation data. Okay, this tab, all the things that I said to you related to points, the features. If you want to select or extract the data from a region, a rectangular region, you can go to another tab like this one. Okay, by clicking the second icon from the menu bar, you can select your files from the region that you want. Okay, I select as the previous two of the files, and okay for the click the open file to open the model that I want to extract the variable of that files. You know, as I told you before, and sometimes this tool can't recognize, I mean that the variables. For example, here you can see let and lon, but as I see here, it is not let and lon. It has rlet and rlon. So be careful about this. But in many of the files, this tool can recognize the exact of them. But in, for example, in Cortex files, you can check these variables. As I point sample, I want to extract precipitation as well. So you can see here the unlimited dimension is temperature, like this, that's correct, and as well rlet and rlon of that files, that's correct as well. You can check this from start 1 up to 118 as well, and this is okay for these steps. The other points related to this tab, this panel for your region. Okay, you should select the start latitude and as well the end of that, and for longitude start and as well for end. You can type here the value of start and the end of latitude and as well the longitude. Okay, for my intent region, the start of latitude is, for example, 32.6, and the end of latitude is 33.4, and for longitude a start of it, for example, from 52.6, and the end of the longitude as well, 54.1. It depends on your intent region that you want to extract the data from your intent file. Okay, for the variable name, you know better than me that it should be PR as the precipitation, like this one. Okay, another descriptions is add after that the extraction, but it is good to know that fill the table. If you want to show the data here, fill the table, and two styles that after the extraction I describe to you what is this and which of them is good or not. Okay, I select everything is done here, yes, and I click extract. You can see the process is really good and finished. Okay, for this style, you know, since we have three dimensions here, or maybe for your file 4 or maybe more than this, so if you want to show this one in a table, we should select a special format for showing, for example, 3 dimensions. So we put here 2 samples. This style one you can see here in each like this. For example, this is for time, and the others for the point of this method, for example, the longitude of that, and like this that you can see here. If I want to select the style 2 by clicking style 2 and extract again, the process is repeated again, and you can see another format for showing your data like this. First one is time, another is latitude, and repeat by longitude like this one. You can see this style in our website like here. If you want to better understand, we put in a table, different table, this style 1 for a better understanding. For example, time 1 up to blah blah blah, up to end of your time, and latitude 1, longitude 1, and the blah 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 for the rest of the features. And the style tool like this one. You can find this table in agreementsoft.com, SCDF extractor, or maybe OpenNC file. Both of them has this format of type of this file. Okay, so by your selecting each of this style, you can show your data, and as well at the end save the file to your Excel file. So I click save to file, and by selecting a name, for example, output data, and as I told you before, it's better to select CSV format for saving this data, and click save. It is the similar as the previous one in point format, so you can select a name for your project, coordinate system, start and end date, as well parameter type or unit. You can type different things. If you don't prefer to put this one at the top of your file, you can omit it by click cancel. Okay, the file was saved successfully, and now all the things is finished and you can extract your data. Okay, we hope this tool is useful and applicable for you. At the end, please subscribe to our channel for to inform about the new tools, and as well publish videos. Have a great time.